CeeLo Green, live, guest in studio.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Rishi K.
Chetan Mahajan is CEO of HCL Learning, and other than that, a very, very colorful life, and you'll see over the course of this hour how and why. He's written a fabulous book that I've read cover to cover. It's called The Bad Boys of Bokaro Jail. Chetan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I got to ask you right in the beginning, how did a person like you, learned, well-educated, doing well for himself in the corporate world, land up in Bokaro Jail in Jharkhand? You got to tell us about that.
I think it's just a story of bad timing, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, probably with the wrong employer. But it was just a sequence of events. We had some parents; they were unhappy because we had an IIT training center. Faculty had fled.
This was not whilst you were at HCL Learning, but before that. So just clarify that.
Yeah. I joined HCL after this whole book was written and this experience was over and done with.
And what happened?
So basically, the parents were extremely unhappy. I had gone there to pacify them and tell them that everything will be under control. We'll take care of things. What I did not know was that a couple of such disasters happened in the recent past in the town of Bokaro, and so the parents were basically ruthless and not interested in any mercy. So one thing led to another, and before I knew it, I'd been arrested and put in jail, and that was, happy Christmas Eve for me because it was the 24th of December.
And I like the fact that at the end of the book, you've actually put up real life instances, newspaper cuttings saying Coaching Institute par Police Dabish, Ebron toppers coaching ka prabandak giraftar, Education hub par thagi ka grahan.
Correct.
Things like that. This actually appeared in the local Bokaro newspapers.
Oh yeah, that's all real clippings. So, yeah, absolutely.
And obviously your employer was not really very interested in getting you out. There was nobody on the ground there, their lawyers, their personnel. It was pretty much your 73-year-old dad who was doing everything for you outside the jail, yeah?
Yeah, my dad's been incredible. He's just been fantastic in this whole experience. And to be fair, I think my employer was trying hard. They were, was it hard enough? Don't know. But more importantly, do they have the skill set to deal with the legal system of Jharkhand, which is almost separate from the legal system of India? That's a whole other story. So yeah.
When did you actually think of putting everything down on paper? There comes a point in a man's life, and I know from Madiba's autobiography, The Long Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela, is that you either go insane sitting in those lockups doing absolutely nothing, even if it's bonded labor, or you decide to do something creative. Some paint on walls, other people, run drug and mobile phone cartels, like in your book. What did you choose to do?
So for me, it was really three phases when this whole possibility also surfaced. First was denial. I just said to myself, there's no way I'm going to jail. It's not going to happen to me. This whole thing will just blow over, and this is just not real. Second phase was where I said, okay, there was fear, because then it was happening. I'd actually been arrested and they were actually carting me in a jeep to the jail, which was ridiculous, but then it was real now. So there was no getting away from it. The third phase was kind of resignation, because I was in there. I'd figured out that I would be safe and secure, which was my primary concern. Nobody beat me up. There were no centipedes or bed bugs, and it was broadly, as livable as you can be in captivity. And when I hit that phase, which was probably around day 2 of my incarceration, I had to start looking around and figuring out, what do I do with myself? Because they take away your laptop, they take away your cell phone. That's the worst thing you can do to a corporate guy. So take away his laptop. So I had requested my brother, and he got these notebooks and pens, and I actually started writing longhand, old world style, and wrote everything down almost like a diary over the span of the months that I was in jail. So it was the second day that I was arrested.
It's America, you can do magic. At 9:07 in conversation with Chetan Mahajan. He is CEO of HCL Learning and author of the book, The Bad Boys of Bokaro Jail. You don't want to go anywhere.